Hi, good afternoon. Um, bad with today. Today's the 12th, January 12th. I just got back with my phone. I have not had my phone for a few days, but I want to say sorry I have not made many videos, which it will be time. I go days and weeks without doing stuff like that because my dumb bot go back to work. But anyways, shout out to my Zos. Shout out to my friends, um, my kids. Oh, yeah, they're my friends. Meaning, my four kids. I got head court today for them over that whole CPS thing, over the cops that barged into my house. But what's really neat is me finally having my phone after it's almost a week now. But that this public defender, I call him pretender, that I was not expect that's supposed to be presenting me in this CPS case. He wants a copy of that video from them cops barging into my house, putting a gun on me. Which obviously I have to give it to him because, well, if I want to prove I'm innocent, I gotta give it to him. But what's really, really confusing is I need to know why, even in the video, me saying, I was told I know I have court tomorrow, but I didn't go to the court for number one reason. I honestly thought they were sitting there waiting to go put my black ass in jail. For what reason? What did you do? Well, if I could say I did something, that means they had the right to barge into my house. But the paperwork that I needed, that I would have been in court, they were not in my mailbox. They should have been with them. They should have gave it to me. They should have tell me that I could trust somebody to just show up at that courthouse. And as I didn't have no information that I didn't show up to the courthouse till the day after. And the courthouse people give me the information, then accidentally an hour 45, might have been 10 minutes, and when I got dropped off, that I look at my mail, it was a little bit later, look at my mailbox that I haven't took my mail out for a minute, a few days obviously. It was jam-packed with obviously papers that I should have if I would have had. I would have went to that courthouse, even though this so-called lawyer was appointed to me, that obviously I didn't know until today, at 8:30, he said. But my court was supposed to be at 9 o'clock. That I didn't trust nobody there. I even brought friends and witness that I would trust, that even now to bring me to jail, that they could have at least explained to her for me and help me understand, like, no, we're bringing this black ass of his to jail because this is the legal rights he violates. Because obviously they had some kind of rights or reason. I hope so. They better, because not this public defender lawyer, but I have to get a lawyer to find out what reason do they have to treat me different But I've been treated different like this since I bought my kids' house and I paid cash for it. And it doesn't help that it looks like I flaunt things because there's a lot of old cars sitting here and blah blah blah. It just, I work hard. I'm blessed from God, and I'm so proud that I have hunger, because where I came from Haiti, it was rough. It was very, very rough, but I was young enough that I didn't have to go through as a lot than more than other brothers, Haitian, did. And I was blessed to be adopted by good Christian loving families that were farmers that taught me to work, to just find a way to realize nothing is free, nothing will be given to you. And they helped me, and it took a long time to realize not only nothing's free, nothing's given, you might find days that you might have to work a lot harder than others, that even though it doesn't make sense, it doesn't look fair. But I didn't realize, even if you find a way to enjoy working and work hard and be proud of what you've been blessed with and given, but you can be proud of it because you know you got it with your own two hands, but you can still have grief and greedy that those might say, well, that's not fair. What you have don't make sense. There's no way, and someone in your position and your, you could say, well, what position? Well, help me understand. But everybody to me that drive past my house, that judge me, have one conclusion. He must do drugs, sell drugs, because he's got way too much blessings, stuff, money, just throw, just like those old cars and parts. And when we're saying money, you would have to see if that's money. Well, to somebody it is, but the way that I try to make my life, that I don't have fun, I try to do everything to work hard for my kids. But don't be surprised at the end of the day, the pat on the back that you think you might get from neighbors and those that doesn't know you. Please hear that. It will always be negative, jealousy. But keep your friends that you know that are friends that don't judge you and know that you earn what you work, what you live for. Not everybody's bad. But in the same time, I think we were told by God to keep our enemy closer, but it don't make sense. Love your neighbor, do this, and that. I know that God didn't pick the popularity. He always went for those that needed his help, for those that needed comfort and love. Shout out to my Zoe, shout out to my family. I'll be back. I have some friend that's coming over that's going to help me send my video more, my police video. Oh, remind you, when we go to Joe's, you gotta remind me, please tell us some of your stories back at home in the jungle in Haiti. I didn't leave Haiti until I was 10 years old, even though for 2 years that we were stuck in a foster care, that we couldn't go outside the fence of that place. But the other 8 years, well, I'm a gorilla, baby. I was born in Okap. No, I'm sorry. My nephew was born in Old Cop. I was born in Pilet. 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 Yeah, Pilet. And then me and him, we moved to Port-au-Prince for the 2 years. That's where we were at the foster care. But in the same time, at the foster care, we didn't know anything about God. We didn't pray. Yeah, we did. But for the 2 years, it was like we had a church pray constantly, day and night. That's all we could do, if it makes any sense. You can say, yeah, I go to church on Sundays. Yeah, it's long. It's 2 hours. Yeah, you can say, yeah, I pray for about 45 minutes a day. Sorry, I'm scratching my nose. But imagine to have a group of kids. Well, that's where I was. For that 2 years, you would kind of move around slowly. You would eat, you would use the bathroom, but you would lay on your stomach, lay on your back, because you didn't want to get ricochet shot coming from that silver or whatever the but anyways, we ask questions like someone asked, like, what do we do when we're just laying here? I don't know, pray. So imagine what I'm trying to step in. The prayer that I said, imagine if you had the opportunity that I guess we had, even though you don't know what you were kind of praying for, but you get to tell yourself, man, God had my back before I knew I had a back. God was calling and searching for you. So sometimes it's not what you pray, it's definitely not how you pray. It's who's in your heart. I mean, I had an opportunity to have a burning in my heart that it wasn't voodoo, all that crap that Haiti believe in. And I shouldn't say all Haitian, but the Creole, the Haitian, the voodoo, all that voodoo darkness. It's scary and bad and sad, but I am so thankful that my God is so powerful that He gave me a heart that I was so hungry for something. There was nothing that held me back. And I'm praise God that I went through a lot of different dark stuff that I don't want to talk about. But we go to Joe's. You have questions. It'd be cool to ask. I will take you back a minute. You know what I mean? Like a long way. Back in, well, I didn't move here till 92, but Sapwase, Mabule. God bless.